Hello, and welcome to my channel. This is Elise here of Plan with Elise, and today we are creating two custom Patreon spreads. I don't know that I've done a monthly before, but I'm really excited about it. So this first spread is for Xandrea. Now, she has mentioned that she knows that this probably won't come in time to use like for August 1st, but she'll back plan. And I'm actually filming this on July 30th so that I can get it out the door to her so that hopefully it's there by the weekend and she'll be able to use it pretty quickly, even though you're not seeing this video right away. So she has requested a beach type of spread or beach theme. And immediately I thought of Beach Babe by Live Love Posh. This is one of my favorite sticker books. This is from last year, but it's still available. And I just thought that this would be really fun for a monthly. And part of my reasoning was because all Xandrea requested were small boxes on Saturdays. The rest is kind of up in the air. And what I thought would be really fun here is the ability to kind of play around with a monthly a little bit more than I typically do with my own because I make mine so functional. So before I put this down, I also remembered that I had a recent Planner Kate order, and my receipt is on the back here. I ordered a bunch more of these weekday headers because I love them. And I thought that these teal colored ones, maybe these lighter ones, would be really pretty here. So we're going to start and just kind of go big. But I definitely want to use this fun palm tree. I don't want to cover up the date there. So we're going to use that one. And then let's take this pink, put it here, and then we can do another. Actually, I don't want to use that blue there. Let's do this bigger yellow one. That's good. And then I can just kind of cut off the edges here. I just used extra monthlies that I had. This is such a pretty planner divider. Okay. Oops, another little piece to cut here. All right, that's cute. I feel like we need a sun. I think I should have done the sun maybe on the top corner, but I think it'll work here too. I need to get this edge right here. Okay, we're starting out bright. I feel like these gaps maybe need to be filled in, but we will see how it goes. Now, I have this. So I think that this color, nope, I think the first color was going to be better. So let's go ahead and add these weekday headers. Obviously, we're covering up weekdays that are already written or typed out or printed, but I think that it's really cute. Did I do this wrong? I did. What is with me and monthlies lately? I think because it had Monday first on the page, and I was thinking this was a Monday start. It is not. Tuesday, Monday. This is what I love about Planner Kate stickers, though, is I can lift them up without worrying about ripping, because these remove really easily. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday, Saturday, and then we'll go back over here for Sunday. Cute. Okay, now I don't want to forget about the request for small boxes on Saturdays. So I feel like we should start right away with these. I don't know how small she wants the small boxes. Like, this is kind of a big box, but I don't know. I feel like these are really small. Maybe we just go ahead with these, because if she wanted a full-size box, maybe she would have said, like, just boxes on Saturdays. So I do have to be mindful of the request for the small box. I did pull out some washi tape that I thought would be good here, so I think we're going to use that momentarily. But I'm assuming that the boxes on Saturdays are for the same thing every week, so we're going to kind of set these up the same way. So let's put these down. this, this, and this one. And then I pulled out this Planny Thing washi tape. This was from a previous release. Let's try to get the edge here. And I thought that it might be fun to kind of top these. I'll explain, or I'll show you. It's hard to explain. But I'm gonna cut this off so that we're right at the edge here. Okay, now let's see if this idea I have will work. Just kind of like a little scallop on it. I feel like that looks cute. I don't know. I feel like maybe this color isn't working. When I look compared to this is a lot more orange, but I look over here and it's the right color. Maybe it's the pattern that I'm using, or I have one other thought, and that is to see what it looks like if these are underneath. I know that I'll need to move all the yellow stickers, but I'm wondering if I don't love it because it's at the top and not the bottom. I think that that's the key here. So we're gonna move these all. You just have to be careful. And this is going to go here. It's kind of a different pattern to layer with a box or stack with a box, but I think that it looks really cute that way. Yeah, that was the mistake. It was just in the wrong spot. So let's lift each of these up. With scalloped washi, I like to always cut so that you have a full start. So we're gonna put this back down here. A little bit time consuming because of the error, not the error that I made, but just sometimes figuring out what works and what doesn't work. And then we'll put this down, rip the washi at the edge, and let's see if I can just pull these three up. It'll be easier than like just kind of getting everything done at once. Okay, that's better. Now, let's see if I can speed through the rest of this. I know there's also a piece of washi sitting on the page, but we'll lift that. All right, let's get this down. I think that if I was using a different pattern, it might be a little bit easier because I wouldn't have to continue this thing that I'm doing, but I'm liking the result of what I saw for those first three. So let's get these last two down, and then we can continue with the rest of this monthly. It's also been, let me say this, I haven't done a monthly using regular stickers since 2023. I've been using the Planner Kate monthly kits all year. And so it's going to take me like a second to kind of get my bearings again. Not only doing a custom Patreon spread as a monthly, which isn't normally something I do, but of course I'm happy to, but also just using regular stickers and kind of playing around and not like a monthly kit where everything has its set place. All right, that looks cute. It took some work, but we got there. Now we have this open space right over here. So we have this, which I think is really cute, but I'm feeling like this isn't that beachy yet. And I really need to get more of the beachy vibe happening. So we're going to put this over here, but we need to cut that piece. I didn't realize I was so far over that floral sticker, but I'm just going to kind of go around this because I can see where this is. There we go. That's cute. And then I think we're going to trim this here. Trying to be extra careful about putting the cap back on the knife. Now let's pop this out. And next up, I want to really look for some beachy elements because I don't think we've quite accomplished the goal of a beach spread yet. But there are some stickers in here that I can definitely use that I feel like would do that. Like these houses and the surfboards and the tiki bar and all of that kind of stuff. So let's first get this beach, tiki bar, and surf. And I feel like this could be cute right down here and kind of layer it over that box a little bit. I like how that looks. Now we also have the surfboards. So my fear with these is that, oops, they're going to cover up some of these days and I really don't want them to. So we're gonna cut these surfboards to be a little bit shorter. And these, let's put maybe like right over here. I'm trying to give a little bit of room still to write in, but I also have a feeling that she may not need that much room to write because the only request was for these boxes. So I don't want to cover up the entire thing, but I do want to have fun with this and make sure that we are accomplishing the beachy goal. Now we have these sandals. Let's layer these there. And then we also have this cute little crab, which I'm going to put right over here. I do want something that says National Planner Day because that's August 1st. And because this spread can't possibly get there before August 1st, I'm fine kind of covering up a bit of a box here for that holiday. I just have to find a sticker because I know I've already used a lot of the stickers that I have that say National Planner Day. So we're going to put that down. Now we also have these little like houses, kind of like beach, I don't know, tiki huts. I sort of want to put them here. Again, the struggle with these is that anywhere I put them, they're going to cover things up. So I'm wondering if we can separate these and put them in 3 separate sections. I'm sure it's making you insane that my scissors still all have all this stuff on them. It's making me crazy and I will fix it. Sorry. And then I think we can just kind of play around with some of these little houses throughout this. This one, we're going to cut a little bit closer. And I feel like we need one on this side. This can go here, and then maybe we can put one right over there. I think that that's cute. Now, we also have this other beach sign, which I don't know if I need because I did do this beach sign, so I'm not entirely sure it's necessary. I think that because the florals are all on that side, what I want to do is include some more florals throughout the top section here. So I promised you I would take this stuff off. Let's do that. And let's kind of decorate the top of this. I want to see if I can move these. We're going to put them back on, but when I put this flower down, I really want to be sure that you have some of that orange color. So we're just going to layer this because then you'll also see the pink through it. And I think that that's really pretty. This is a horizontal planner, by the way. I'm not entirely sure which one it is, but it is a horizontal. So if you were looking for which planner that divider came from, it's definitely horizontal, as you can see on the back of this page. Now we're going to put this other flower here. Let's maybe layer it again. That. Move it over a little so it doesn't cover up too much of August. And put this right here. Okay, so we only need to trim just a drop right here. And my punch, my handy dandy We Are Memory Keepers punch. Perfect. Okay, now for this other top section, we already have this blue trimmed, but I need to trim it a bit more. So we'll trim it like here. That should give enough space. And then we have a couple of, oops, I just ripped that. So let's go even smaller right here. And then we have this extra tiny spot right there, but I didn't do anything on the August spot for that. So I think that we are going to leave it. All right, I'm wondering if there's anything else that I need to do here because I feel like it's pretty filled out. Monthlies tend to look a little bit more empty because there's more space than just like a regular weekly because of all the open boxes, but I want to give Xandrea a chance to actually plan in this and not have me cover the entire thing in stickers. Also, I realized as soon as I stopped the video that I forgot the sticker for National Planner Day. I couldn't find one because I've used so many of them for my own planner, but I wrote it in as neatly as I could, and we are set with this spread. So the next one, this is for Courtney. And if you've been watching my custom spreads for a while, Courtney is one that I typically do a big vertical layout for, but just like me, Courtney is taking a break from her big vertical this month. I feel like everyone I talk to, sorry, I dropped something. I feel like everyone I talk to is kind of in this moment with August where we're all just a little burnt out. And whether someone works full-time, works out of the home, works in the home, whatever doesn't work is, you know, whatever anyone's situation is, I feel like we're all just a little tired. And I think that for me, it's like I pushed so hard to get to summer. I couldn't wait for summer. And then I just want to fit everything possible into my summer. And a lot of that is where the exhaustion came from. So anyway, Courtney has requested a home project planner, or a home project, not a planner in terms of like, hey, I have, you know, my planner, but like a page or pages that she can use to set up some home projects. Courtney got a new house last year and she has a ton of projects that she wants to work on, and fall is the perfect time to do that. So that's what we are going to do. I have Kell of a Planned I Love Fall sticker book here. And I thought that these would be really pretty. Now, what's fun for me is that when I'm filming this, the sticker book hasn't even released yet, but I was leaning towards these. I feel like these are really fun stickers. Now, what I'm trying to figure out is exactly how I want to put them down, because these aren't exactly going to be wide enough for this full page. They're wide enough for a planner spread, but a planner spread has like a sidebar, and so it's a little bit different. So I have to figure out the best way to go about this. That was something I didn't think of until I opened the page. So let's pull one of these up. Typically, I would put something else like a bigger kind of floral right next to it, but I'm wondering if there's another option here. I do kind of feel like it would be, there would just be too much space if I put those in that way. Now, another thought I have is to kind of underline the text I'm going to put down, but I think that that's going to take up too much space. So I think that this becomes a situation where we add in some filler sticker. So I'm going to start on this side. Because we have to punch the inside anyway, once I add another sticker, I feel like it will just be better to have this going here, because this sticker is going to be half punched, so you may not even notice it. Maybe you will, I don't know, probably a little bit, but it's just one of those things that happens. So what I'm going to do is actually, I feel like we need kind of like a darker floral. You know what? Here's a trick. I haven't done this in a while, so I don't know if it's going to work perfectly. What I'm feeling like is happening, sorry, I wasn't explaining this properly. As I put this down, I feel like it's almost too much of an obvious edge there. So what we're going to try to do and I say try because I probably should have cut this when it was off the page, is I'm going to try to cut out some of the really dark floral here. What makes, and the part that has a really straight edge, so that it becomes a little bit more curved and like a little bit more organic looking if I were to put another floral right here. You see what I mean? Like, it's still not entirely perfect, but I think that if we cut this little guy off too, it might be as good of a match here as we're gonna get. I'm just trying to like angle this properly so it's not so obvious of a gap. I think that I did a pretty good job, actually. So that's, I guess, a good trick. If you're looking to extend the width of a big floral piece like that, try to get rid of the edge as best as you can. And whoops, kind of make it flow a little bit softer. There's definitely like this I could maybe bring in here to fill in some of that space a little bit. So there's still a little bit of a white gap, but there's gaps throughout the flowers as well. So I think that that's good. Now for this side, let's pull the sticker off. I know that I said I wanted to cut this side first before I put it down. What I have to figure out though, this actually, you can't really see it right now. I'm trying to figure out how to show it. Okay, we're gonna show it here. So really all I need to do is cut this part because this doesn't have as obvious as a gap as the other side did. So I'm just gonna kind of half put it back in the sticker book for a second. A little bit of a ridiculous way to do this, but we're just gonna kind of cut this part out because other than that, these are those like very particular details that, whoops, I made a little mistake, that I wouldn't normally do in my own spreads, but I tend to do on custom Patreon spreads. I don't know if I can fix this. We're gonna try. Okay, let's shift this. We wanna go, I could actually just kind of pop that off there. No, because we're gonna do it this way. I will fix that sticker. All right, we are going to like surgeon precision here. I'm gonna use my teeny tiny scissors to get that little green out, which really just doesn't want to seem to come out. And then we're going to try to put this pink piece that I took a chunk out of right back in here. All right, well, we did okay. We're going to fix it by putting another sticker down. So what other larger sticker can we use? Let's try this one. This will kind of go there. There's still a little bit of green right there. So I think maybe the best way to solve that is just to kind of layer. Nope, that leaf is too big there. Ah, we're ripping. No. It's so funny when like I encounter new people and they ask like what my YouTube channel is about and try to explain this. Like the amount of time I've spent trying to put basically 2 stickers down. Technically 4, but basically 2. That little rip on the page, you can see it right here, is kind of protected now that the sticker is over it. But this isn't cutting right. So we're just gonna, oops, pop that out. Okay, that was a whole process, but it looks pretty. I like how it looks. All right, now I am going to take Kelava Plan's Alpha Basics Volume 1, and we are going to sticker, not write, not letter, home projects. So fall home projects. Maybe fall home would be better if I have enough, and I do. So trying to decide if I want to incorporate washi tape here. I have to see if I have the right color. Although this actually looks kind of good. I don't often use like multicolor because I feel like I struggle with it, but I was looking to see what washi I had. Oops, that ripped a little bit. And this could either be really good or really busy. I think it's a little too busy because I feel like the yellow isn't in this. So let's try another one. This one might be good. I don't know. This one doesn't really have the beige. This one doesn't have the yellow. That we're in like candy corn mode. I don't know if I have the right color washi for this. I feel like all of my stripes kind of have that color. So maybe we go a little bit more neutral with just a brown stripe. I think that that's going to be better. Before I do that though, I want to take a look at the stickers that come in the book. Quick note, just sorry for the pause. If you are watching this wondering why my washi is such a mess, because you may have seen a video where I organize my washi, that organizing washi video hasn't happened yet. This is where I have to I feel like I'm time traveling because I have a video planned where I'm organizing my washi. It hasn't been filmed yet. If that video does go up, it's going up before this one goes up. So that's where my confusion comes through. Okay. This brown is a really good match for this. So I think that we will be good. Whew. So now, if I feel like my makes it seem like I'm rushing. I'm not. I just have energy. And when I have energy, I move quickly. All right, so we're doing fall, home, and projects, right? So let's start here, size-wise, and we're gonna pull out our alphabet stickers. Fall. Give these a little bit more space. Fall. I'm doing a little bit of extra space between them because I want to make sure that you can see the brown in between them also. And then we'll do this. Hopefully that should work. Let's see. Fall, home, H-O. It's also helpful that these pages have the lines on them because I'm not going to have enough room here. Why didn't I go the other way? Because it helps me keep things straight because that tends to be an area that I struggle in. And I will say a lot of what we're doing on this spread is happening right now because I'm not mapping out these projects for Courtney. We're going to put boxes in space for her to be able to map them out. But similar to a recent memory keeping or currently page that I made for Patreon members, I can't list out these projects unless, she had given them to me, which I didn't even ask for because sometimes you don't know. You just want space to be able to put the stuff without necessarily knowing what the stuff is going to be. Okay, let's get back to the H here. Fall, home, H, O. Give it some brown in there. We need an M. M. Oh, it's going to be tight with the E. I should have started from the right again. I did not, though. I think we can make it fit. Yeah, that's fine. Fall, home. I feel like I don't like the stripe washi because it's just very random. You can't actually tell that it's striped. I think that we need some sort of grid if we're doing this. Unfortunately, that was one of those things that I didn't really notice until they were mostly down. So I have a grid, and I'm going to use undo to show you how we're fixing this. This is an adhesive remover from Amazon. I'll link it in the description. If you are in California, this cannot be purchased in California because it's bad for you, apparently. They used to have a California safe version, California friendly version. Oops, where did that L go? But someone recently asked me for the link and I couldn't find it. So I think that they probably decided it wasn't safe. This is not my favorite product to use because I don't like the smell. It's very strong. It smells like really strong, like nail polish remover or something. And I feel like I breathe it into. It's just not my favorite, but it works really well. So I use it when I need to. I probably could have pulled all those letters off since like half of the letter of each letter was on washi tape, but I didn't want to risk ripping them because this sticker book is no longer available, and you know, you gotta conserve what you have. All right, we're gonna try this grid washi. I think that this will be better. So let's put this down. It's okay if the first thing that you try doesn't work. Just can't be afraid of not loving what you do, because then, like, if you're so afraid to try something new that you don't do it, then you're not going to do it. But you can always switch things up. It's just stickers, right? All right, so fall. Should we keep this? I can't decide if this should stay the whole way or not. I'll know as soon as I put down the H, but I have to stand up because I have to get a full view. No, I don't think we should keep it down. I don't think I like it that way. We're gonna peel this. Part of me feels like I'm a little on the struggle bus today, but I don't think I am. I think I'm just sort of experimenting and seeing what works. All right, I think we maybe need to shift over a little bit more given my experience with the letters last time. And this time we are going to start with the E so that I can space this right. M. I think this is already looking better with this washi. And then the H, I'm not going to have enough room. I think that we need to do a couple of things here. Number one, this washi kind of went down a little bit crooked, so I'm going to sort of fix it a little. And then we need to extend it just a touch more. So I'm going to try to extend it to like there, which is right about where that other grid ends, and see if I can make this seamless. Doesn't have to be perfect because the H is going to go over some of this right there. So it's kind of like a fake seam. Okay, I think we did it. That was a whole thing. Now I want to add some color here. So trying to find paper. I have this paper. I think that the brown will be pretty. So we're just going to add in a little bit of color to these letters. I don't know if you just heard like a little bang. I'm assuming something fell, maybe like an acorn or something. It's probably too early for acorns to fall. But I was so used to those noises when I lived in an apartment because there were people who lived above me. Now that I've been in my house, it always is a little like, oh, that's not a sound I expected to hear because there's no one above me. But I am on the top floor, so the attic's above me. If I were downstairs, I would be like, what just fell? But there's nothing to fall. Okay, Projects. We have 8 letters. This is a job for a ruler. I can easily line these up, somewhat easily. Let's be honest. When it's only 4 letters. But when we have more, you never know. So I'm going to use a ruler for this, try to space these about the same as we did those. I have, okay, so we're going to do a little trick. I've done this trick before. I do have O's on the other side of the page, but try to really go through, sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. I try to really go through one page before I move on to the other. And we're going to do a little trick with the Q. E, C. I don't have another C, so we will need to pull the C from the other page. Q is not a letter I really see myself using often unless I'm talking about like different quarters of the year. C, T, and S. All right, so this shows me that we probably need to just go a little bit wider with the washi. Make sure this is lined up to the left side. It is, and then we can put down our projects word. I wasn't ready to commit to trimming the washi yet. And kind of get this centered. We're going to press these down and then bend the ruler and very slowly pull these out so that I hopefully do not rip any letters. I didn't rip them. All right, let's fix the Q. And we're just going to fix it with white pen. This one I could actually cut off. I don't even need to fix it there. We can just trim that part of the letter off. But I feel like it wouldn't be a Plan with Elise video if I wasn't making different letters. If you were around in December, it was Courtney's spread, I believe, that I changed Murphy to Merry for a merry and bright Christmas spread. Okay, fall home projects. There we go. Oh my goodness. What a project these pages were. Now we are going to go to the stickers that coordinate with them. So I think that what's really fun about making a page like this is that you can make it without knowing what you're putting in it. That's the benefit of something like this, especially in this situation where I'm creating this for someone on Patreon. I don't know exactly what Courtney is going to write down. So if I can do this and people can still use the page, you can definitely make one of these pages for your planner. If you're like, I feel like there's stuff that I want to do, or, you know, decluttering or something like that. I'm just not entirely sure what they're going to be. And you want to make a page in your planner, go ahead and do this. And then it'll be ready for you to fill out. And maybe it'll inspire you to fill it out because the page is already created. That's cute, little like fireplace sticker. And then, let's see. I want to be a little bit minimal with the decor because we went pretty heavy on the decor on the top, and I want to make sure that there's room for Courtney to actually put the home projects in, because this isn't just a pretty page in a planner. This has a purpose. So we're going to put box over here, and then let's maybe put one here. And what else? We have a green square decorative box. I'm trying to also use things that I have like multiple of, so we can do one on one side and one on the other. I think that this would be pretty over here. Let's go a little bit lower down with it. And then for these books, which order was this in? Probably this way, right? Here. And maybe another right here. Okay, it's looking a little plain, but I have ideas. One of those ideas is to move this over to the left a little. I'm going to use my undo again, because once a sticker is down like that, it can be a little bit harder to remove. Okay, so we're going to shift it to the left. And then we're going to put a box here. And I wanted to include some bullet points. I think that when thinking about home projects and things to do, bullet points are really helpful because sometimes there's one category. So let's say for this, I was going to write, reorganize my office. I would write different areas of my office, like my closet, my bookshelf, my under the desk storage, looking around my office, maybe my sticker storage. I'd write down different things like that, so I'd be able to break it down. So I wanted to definitely include areas here to break down and not just have the boxes. Let's do one more. So we have 6 bullet points here. Okay, not fully finished with this side, but we're going to shift over to this side. So we have a couple of boxes here to work with. I want to do this horizontally, maybe like this and this. I think that'll work. So this should go as left as I can. And then this one, why was that working before and then it stopped? We can't layer them because I didn't layer here. Did I really not have enough space? I just need it like a tiny bit moved over. Let's see if we can lift this. We're going to go as close to the discs as we can, the punches, without going over them. I think that that's probably better. All right, please have room, please have room. It's close. This sticker is kind of messing me up, isn't it? It really is. I think we need to do something different with this sticker because it's in my way. I like it, but it's in my way and I'm annoyed. All right, this can now go here with some breathing room. And maybe we do, I like the book here. We have the books over here. I kind of, maybe we'll do the fire instead of the fireplace. But is it annoying that it's not centered over the box? Maybe if we put it this way, it'll look a little bit closer to centered. It's still not, but when I'm looking on the screen, it's not bad. We have, those are boxes that are down. We have a green, but we also have some smaller ones here too. I should be showing you this side. Oh, we have this green. I like this green. I actually think I want to move some things. Maybe this one. Because if I have 2 greens, I don't want them both on the left side of this right page. So let's put this down. And then we can do, if I do a brown there and the green here, I think we have to switch it up. So this time, where would this go? I can't fit this and this both together. We could do another horizontal box. Or we could do, I can't layer, right? I'm saying I can't, like I've set up these very specific rules of like what can and can't happen in your planner. Let's see if I don't have one more box. This is my last square box. So I've got to make a plan here. I'm wondering if we put this here, aligned with the double box, we put this square box here. Then we've got some extra space. So the other part that I was going to do once I got back to the left side of the page, but I think we may have to revisit it sooner, is kind of bringing the washi in as a little bit of a connector between these. I always feel like that's a fun little touch. That didn't go to the edge. That was weird. Usually that goes right to the edge. Let's try that again. go to there. And then, right, maybe we'll kind of go over a tiny bit. There we go. That's better. Then, to kind of separate that gap even further, we're going to do this, but instead of doing like a hard trim, like a hard edge, we're going to try to use my knife. Look at that. That's some washi art. Anyone who was at Go Wild and saw the washi art demonstration, I typically don't have patience for it, but it works right now. Okay, let's move that over and do, I think, one more over here. I think we're going to do another right there, because then it'll look like it goes all the way across and it's kind of weaving in and out of the boxes. I think that that would be cute. And it's a really good way to fill in some of the extra space. I still am not fully set on this area, so I'm not going to put the washi down yet because I'm not entirely convinced that I'm keeping that as is. Shift this a little bit. Go over. And then we're going to do, let's see, maybe we do two over here. So the way I'll do this is just kind of going across the page. Trying to anyway. I'm trying to use these lines as a bit of a guide to help, because there are certain things that I'm really good at. Lining things up is not one of them. Try to, and if you think that I'm clumsy here on camera, you should see me off camera. Recently, two things happened that were so silly, but like it's very much me. I was eating cheesecake and somehow flipped my plate of cheesecake over. This happened standing. It's probably, I would have told you if you asked exactly how it happened in that moment, that it was because I was standing and I was holding a plate of cheesecake, and it's just a lot to do while you're standing up, trying to eat the cheesecake. It was a whole thing. However, last weekend, I was sitting down at a dining room table, sitting normally, talking, and I must have hit my plate with my hand, and part of the plate like tilted, and my chicken drumstick that was on the plate completely flipped off the plate into the air and on the ground, which I was really sad about because the drumstick was really, really good. It was like really yummy summer barbecued chicken. Luckily, there was more, but the things that you see on camera are definitely as clumsy. I am clumsy on and off camera. This is not just something that happens here. Okay, we've got a lot of stripes going on, but I feel like it's really a cool, different kind of look. The final thing that I want to see if I have room for here is one more set of lists, like one more set of bullets. Whoops. See, it just flew out of my hand. How does a sticker fly out of my hand? We don't have a ton of space, so I'm just going to do, I think, 3 as opposed to the 6 that I did before. But I feel like this is a good little extra on the page. It's a little bit busy. One of the things that I might do is see if I can move this over a little, because I think that that would help with how condensed right here feels. And it'll also give Courtney more room to write. So that's what we're going to do. Because I already moved this, I should be able to move it again, or I'm making it worse. No, it was easier to move this time. It's just a little bit wrinkled. So we're going to shift it over to give a little bit more space. It's so hard. Whoops, now we just ripped it. It's hard to get a sticker down straight once you've lifted it because it has this like curl to it, but it is doable. And then for this sticker, we're just going to shift this over a little bit so it doesn't feel like it's so much on the edge. Whew. Okay, I feel like this is really cute. There are still more stickers in here. I mean, this set comes with so many, and this isn't a regular planner spread. So I kind of want to like add more, but I also feel like we're good as we are. I don't know that adding any more is really going to help. I think I want to do it because it's blank, but it's blank because it hasn't been written in. So I think that we're set with both of these spreads. We have Courtney's Fall Home Projects, and we have Xandrea's August Monthly. Two very different spreads for two very different seasons. I will be sure to link everything in the description. Oh, I forgot to color this in. Oh my goodness. Oh my. So I'll link everything in the description that I used, and hopefully you enjoyed, because I really enjoyed making these. I like going out of my comfort zone, and I like that I have a little bit more time lately to kind of spend on this stuff when I'm not feeling as rushed, because we're doing less videos this month. All right, that is a wrap. Thank you so much for watching and for your support, and I will see you next time.